We are going to go through the stealth part of French League. To start with, we've got some guards down here having a conversation, and whilst they are busy, we're going to head on to the right hand side over here and take out a guard. Something worth noting is that stealth is not a requirement, but it certainly helps a lot when you are not getting mobbed by enemies. So I'm going to be stealth killing as many enemies as possible. If you don't have a knife and you've got to do it with your hands, well, that's your fault. I'm sorry. I am completely unable to control the equipment that you have with you, so I will give you some alternatives to what I do a little bit. Something that's going to make your life a lot easier in here is the Henry's Bane or normal Bane poisons, because we're going to be able to either spike food or send poison at enemies using arrows. I did play around with a way of controlling the enemies whilst not having poison, so there is a way to do something similar to what I'm going to do if you don't have poison, and there are plenty of bits and bobs around the castle if you need equipment. And one such place to get a load of it, because we do need to pick some stuff up whilst we're here. We're going to take the key from the guard we knocked out. I almost forgot there. I'm going to take that along our journey with us. If you can get into these chests, this is also going to be good for you, because once we get to Capon, we can have him join us in combat. So if you have weapons along for the ride, you can equip him with some weapons. So for example, we have got a mace there, we've got the military sword there, and we're going to have two NPCs. I don't mean to spoil too much, but if you're looking for a walkthrough, it's kind of unavoidable. So, and then in addition, we also have this room down here for some extra stuff. You can only give them one weapon each. In particular in here though, if you do need some arrows, there's some arrows for you. Crossbow. So just, you know, if you've got to do things slightly differently to me, there are tools here so that you can do that. So now we're going to open this door. We head on to the right hand side. I'm going to get on through here. It's pretty straight until we hit a little cook room. I'm not entirely sure if we can poison food and stuff and then just wait a certain amount of time, but I don't think anybody's got time for that. So we're going to kill this guard. It's very much worth moving this guard because very soon other guards are going to see him otherwise. So we want to take him underground. I'm going to put him in this tunnel. This should be far enough. They seem to notice that there's guards missing either way, but we're just going to make it so that when we are using this bit in a second, we're not quite as obvious. So now, of course, we're going to go up to the upper part of this same tower, and we can use the little slits here to see where the other guards are. It's actually kind of alarming that one's not there. That probably means he's just below me, and we actually want him to start patrolling back up that side before we leave here. There's going to be another guard on this side that patrols up and down, which we can kind of see the light here. He's a little bit harder to get because there's a villager that you can see patrols that way. And if we try to get him whilst he's watching, then that is going to be a problem for us. So ideally, we want to get that one next now that he's moved back. So we're going to head back down the stairs. Crouch. If you're nervous, you can take a save at this point because you don't want to lose all your progress. We're going to come straight out to the left. And as you can see, now we're not going to alert him to the fact that there's a guard missing in there. We're going to put this guy down. And we're going to carry this body. And we're going to continue along the rampart. And we're going to drop it in this corner. We can then open the door. Mega nervous. Like, I try not to make it too obvious whilst I'm still sneaking around. We can drop that inside the tower. Whilst we're here, we're going to drop into sneak mode. We should find that we have Cook in here. Here we go. She's actually not bugged out for me now. I just came in here a second ago and she was like in a different position to where she should be. We want to get all of these keys off of her, if at all possible. You can lockpick instead, but that's just going to make progression significantly easier for us. We've got one more guard that we want to deal with, which is this one. And weirdly enough, I find that easier from where we started. So we're going to head back up this tower. Up the stairs, back across, and now we can crouch at these stairs. So this is where we started. We now want to go left. Obviously make sure we're sneaking. And from here, we can now see the pattern of these two a little bit better, right? So as soon as he goes, ideally, we want to be sneaking over there, take on that guard. Sneak up on him nicely. Grab that. Of course, we want to pick this body up. I'm going to take this into the same place. So because I left this door open earlier, this door is now currently still open. But we're going to head on down the stairs. Put the body in the tunnel. We can close the door. So at this point, all we need to worry about now is civilian enemies. And we're going to get the optional book as well. So just in case you guys are wondering. And of course, the good thing here is now we don't have to worry about the patrol because we already have the key from the cook. You could have knocked the cook out, I suppose, if you don't have the lock picking for that. Now, if you just kind of want to stand on this landing here to start their dialogue off, whilst you're waiting, if you want to, you can come in here, and there is a book that I don't have at least, which means it's probably not too common. Close the door so it's not suspicious, and then we want to hide in the other side until they come down. You can see whether or not they're still talking by looking up. You'll see the subtitles coming up, so we've just got to wait for them to start moving now. So you'll see the dialogue starts moving, so we're just going to make sure we're out of sight. I'm not 100% sure if we can do something like poison the wine, but these are going to move in a moment anyway, so we're going to close this, heading up the stairs. We've got 2 bedrooms up here. We're going to loot this one on the right hand side. It's not essential, but again, there is another book in here that I also don't have. It's still not the quest one though. Don't worry, I'm aware. Now we're going to come into the next bedroom, and I'm afraid there's not much choice about this. We just have to knock her out. I choose not to kill this lady because I think she's a captive. I guess you could kill her if you want to. And then the quest book is actually here. So that's the book for Rosa, in case you wanted that. It's worth noting that everything here still classes as stealing. I'm guessing that once the person that owns the castle gets it back, they're probably going to have this as their own. And you are also going to get bounty for any of the guards that you kill if you get caught. Alright, so up here, I don't think there's anything in this right-hand room that we care about. No. You can go ahead and loot that if you want. This is where Capon is. I'm like, what? I'm going to give Capon a weapon. And the other dude as well, just in case you do end up with them fighting. I'm going to choose to scout the route out. I haven't tried taking them through with me, but I can only assume you're not really going to be able to be cheeky with the whole sneaking around and firing shots at the guards. So at this point then, make sure you have a longbow equipped. Make sure you have good arrows, or your best arrows. Of course, there are bows and arrows around the camp. You should have had ample opportunity to pick those up. As I said earlier, you will need to be able to shoot. If you don't have the poison, it just means you're going to have to shoot enemies twice instead of shooting them once and waiting for them to die. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get mine poisoned now. And of course at this point we do now have a save point. We shouldn't have to repeat anything that we've done so far. Make our way down. I actually didn't get the horn sound, which is interesting. Usually they discover what I've done, so these guys have gone to sleep. Well, that's useful. Is it just one of them? So things have changed now because at least one enemy's going to be in a different place because they didn't sound the horn. So before, oh man, yeah, everything's completely different. Before I had a commander here, and I also had guard there. So they've all completely changed places from where I practiced. That's quite funny. All right, I'm going to take a save and have a quick look around because otherwise this is just not going to go very well. Just for starters, to make sure we don't get anything coming from the rear, we're going to go back into this room where we killed the first guard. We've got 2 more. It's not letting me... Is that because they're not on the backs? Okay, we can't even do anything with those. Well, this is either going to go tremendously bad or tremendously well. Oh wow, there's loads less. I had 6 guards to deal with out here, and he's already facing the wall, so we're going to get this guy on the right. I don't know why I just did that. I won't let me stealth kill him. There we go, that's why. You need to put the weapon away. I actually didn't know that. I don't even know where I dropped this now. This just became somewhere close to too easy. There's the rest. Cool, alright, let's go. Before you can... Oh, bow out. Before he can get anyone. Poison for you. It's very nice to finish them off like that. And that's probably enough. We just need to get them to the horse. Open the gate. How did they even see me? I don't even know how you saw me. But the good thing is they haven't spotted me yet. So that means when it's like this... The best place to go is back over this way, because we can run around in a circle and stay hidden. They've just gone ahead and woken up all of the guards. That's mad. I don't even know how he did that. I got caught out so bad there. So we're going to make sure he goes down like that. Alright, and so if you didn't have the poison, you just wait for him to come around the corner, whack another arrow in them as he comes around the corner, right? I did test with it. So if he doesn't see you, it doesn't matter so bad. You can bring him around the corner and then you're all good. Alright, we're going to get you. Oh, I missed. See, and here's the second shot that you would have normally gotten. And then you come around the other side, you see. So you can just use it as a bit of ring and a rosy. If you're starting to get busy, before you get seen, you just head down these stairs. And that's kind of your escape route to make sure that you don't get seen. Just need to make sure they don't shout at you. Get this guy at the top as well. And the fun thing is, you could go and get Capon and the Italian guy anytime you want. And you could fight 3 versus whatever's left. Right now, we would probably crush them because it'd be 3 versus maybe 2 or 3 of them. Poison's doing some good work there. There we have it. That is all of the guards dead. And I got unlucky there because somehow when I killed the guy in there, a guy in there realized and blew the horn. That's glitch levels of unlucky. So you guys feel free to loot anything that you want to loot. We're going to go ahead and grab Capon and our friend. They even relocked the door. That's hilarious. And didn't even check upstairs. I haven't tried it for whatever reason. The game actually gives you the option to knock Capon out, or did. Oh, it's because I've got the thing on. You can try that if you wish to. But I'm like, let's go. Go to the horses. All we need to do now is open the gate. So we head back to the front. It's a pretty simple route. I'm not sure I need to show all of it, but I've spoken now, so you'll see this little bit as we're crossing back over the bridge. And we have escaped. There we have it. We can go ahead and leave.